nationally recognized leader in advanced practice nursing, currently serving as Vice President of Advanced Practice Nursing at the Mount Sinai Health System. In this inaugural system-wide role, Dr. Samuel provides strategic and operational leadership for the advanced practice nursing workforce, co-leads the Center for Advanced Practice Providers, and drives initiatives that enhance clinical excellence, workforce development, and multidisciplinary collaboration. Dr. Samuel earned her Doctor of Nursing Practice in Clinical Leadership from Case Western Reserve University and her Master of Science as a Family Nurse Practitioner from Columbia University. She is board certified by the American Nurses Credentialing Center and holds licensure as a family nurse practitioner in New York State. Dr. Samuel holds an adjunct faculty appointment at Columbia University School of Nursing and is a fellow of the New York Academy of Medicine. With a career spanning clinical practice, academic leadership, and health system innovation, Dr. Samuel remains committed to advancing the role of nurse practitioners and shaping the future of healthcare delivery. Please help me welcome Dr. Priscilla Samuel.
Present our recipient of the Nursing Leadership Award.
Tonight with immense gratitude and humility to be counted among such illustrious awardees, including, from what I understand, Dr. Shashi Tharoor, fellow logophile, as a prior recipient. Each of them a beacon of excellence in service. Is both a privilege and a solemn responsibility. A heartfelt thanks to the current leadership of the Kerala Center, Dr. Thomas Abraham, Dr. Madhu Bhaskaran, Mr. Alex Esthappan, and the entire award committee. Your tireless efforts to uplift and honor our community are nothing short of visionary. As I reflect on this moment, I am reminded of my father, Mr. Baby Samuel, a man of unwavering principle, who taught me that the pursuit of excellence is a lifelong journey, and that true success lies in integrity, perseverance, and living a purpose-filled life. I'm also profoundly grateful for the steadfast love and support of my husband, Baby Samuel, and my children, Ryan, Priyanka, and Brandon, whose unwavering belief in me has been my anchor. To my mentors, many of them, those generous souls who lend me their wisdom, their time, and their faith, I owe a debt that cannot be repaid, only paid forward. And I would like to quickly name a few of them. Doctors Kathy Gallo, Maureen White, Doctors Michael Schulder, Dr. Beth Oliver, Dr. Maria Vizina, Dr. Marianne Duma, and a countless number of other teachers, Sunday school teachers, and many nurses who helped me along my career, particularly 3 Malayali nurses when I started my career at Long Island Jewish Medical Center, Sarah Sneyer, I forget, Susan Anthony, and G.Mathai. And I also want to acknowledge Dr. Anna George for her leadership and for her magnanimity. As we celebrate excellence tonight, I also want to honor the legacy of thousands of Kerala nurses who across continents and generations have carried the torch of service, often in silence, always with dignity. Their sacrifices have laid the foundation upon which many of our dreams now stand. Lastly, and most importantly, I am acutely aware that this journey of mine has not been mine alone. It has been sustained by the invisible scaffolding of divine grace. The blessings of God, subtle, steadfast, and sublime, have carried me through trials and times alike. And in the spirit of Luke chapter 12, verse 48, from the Holy Bible, to whom much is given, much will be required, I accept this honor not as a culmination, but as a clarion call to serve, to uplift, and to remain accountable to the community that nurtured me. Nandini, Shukriya, thank you, Jai Hind.
Next, I would like to invite Nazim Bina to introduce our recipient of the award in engineering. I would also ask former Senator Kevin Thomas to present the award and invite Hasina Mupin and Dr. Umi Mupin.
Good evening, everyone. I'm happy to introduce Jaharat Kuti. Jaharat Kuti is a Senior Director of System Engineering at New York Power Authority with over 20 years of experience in the utility industry. Jaharat Kuti has a master's degree in electrical engineering from New York University and an MBA in executive management from Pace University. She is also a registered New York State professional engineer. Her career spans power generation and high voltage transmission substation design, grid modernization, power system operation and control, transmission operations planning, and has been involved in every aspect of transmission expansion projects. In her current role, she provides overall leadership and technical direction as Chief Engineer for the Long Island Transmission Expansion Project. In the past few years, she has taken on a role as a mentor to entry-level engineers as well as to graduate students within an electric energy industry. Please welcome Ms. Jaharat Kuti.
Once a year, just kidding. I think I came here for Independence Day celebration and a bunch of other things. Listen, I'm so proud of always attending these Kerala Center annual awards. And just like, many others that came before us said, it is an absolute honor to have this in our community. Absolute honor. All right, and I was so proud sitting there, seeing so many elected officials come up here. All right, that just shows the importance of this community in this state. And I remember when I got the award a couple of years ago, and I questioned why I got it this early. But then Senator Lou just said up here, many people up in Albany know about the Malayali community because of me. So I am so proud of accepting that award like 7 years ago. I think I finally deserve it. That being said, listen, congratulations to all the honorees. Congratulations to you as well. And looking forward to next year's celebration as well. And give it up for Daisy as well. She is the president of the American Malayali Heritage Foundation, which I'm a small member of, and we do a lot of great work. So thank you, Daisy, for everything that you do. Thank you to the board and everyone else. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Distinguished guests, Kerala Center board members and friends. I'm truly honored to receive this award. First and foremost, I want to thank Kerala Award Committee for this incredible emblem of recognition. I'm also deeply grateful to my family, my friends, supervisors, mentors, and colleagues who have inspired me, challenged me, and supported me throughout my career. I would like to share a personal story that goes back to my high school days. One day during a physics class, our teacher asked a question to the whole class. Why does a light bulb sometimes fail when you turn on the switch? I happened to answer that question correctly and the encouragement and the appreciation I received from my teacher at that moment continued to stay with me. So the answer was due to the potential difference. Because it's a steady state system, if you turn on a switch, there is some transition is happening in the system. I didn't explain that well as a high school student at that time. Now I can explain a little bit more detail. So that encouragement and appreciation stayed for me. That simple exchange ignited a deep curiosity within myself, and then that inspired me to continue my career in electrical engineering, and for which I am forever grateful. Currently, my responsibility as a chief engineer for a major transmission project for New York State, it's called Propel New York Energy. The goal of this project is to build high voltage transmission backbone on Long Island to make the transmission system more reliable and resilient, and also this facilitate the integration of all the clean energy resources which aligns with New York State climate goals, that is CLCPA, Climate Leadership and Community Protection Act. So engineering for me has always been more than solving technical problems. So it's about building solutions to improve lives, strengthen communities, and make the sustainable progress. I have been fortunate to work on projects that not only support the limits what's possible, but also reminded me of the responsibility as an engineer, that is to serve society. So to the next generation of engineers and aspiring professionals, keep learning, stay curious, and never underestimate the power of persistence and teamwork. The world needs your energy, your ideas, and your courage to think differently. I am grateful to all those who inspired that early curiosity, especially my parents, my teachers, my colleagues, my mentors, who nurtured that early curiosity in me, and also they continue to support me in my career. Once again, thank you for this incredible honor. I commemorate this honor and share it with everyone who is being a part of my journey. Thank you and congratulations to all the awardees.
So next I'm going to invite Dr. Anna George to present the recipient of Legal Services Award.
Good evening, everyone. What a great privilege to introduce Indian female Malayali attorney. There are many Malayali attorneys, but a female Malayali attorney, I am so happy to introduce Dia A. Matthews. She is a trailblazing attorney, business leader, and a community advocate whose career bridges law, entrepreneurship, and community service. As a partner in charge of leading law firm Chubb LLP's New York and New Jersey offices, she leads a thriving practice focused on business, immigration law, and corporate compliance. She is widely recognized for her expertise in the Child Status Protection Act, CSPA, an area of law which she has developed deep and specialized knowledge. Beyond her legal practice, Dia is deeply engaged in entrepreneurship and community leadership. She is the president of the Indus Entrepreneurs TIE New Jersey chapter, part of a global nonprofit dedicated to fostering entrepreneurship, particularly with the South Asian community. Since 2013, she has held leadership roles with the American Immigration Lawyers Association and serves as the regional representative of the South Asian Bar Association of New Jersey. As she is admitted to practice law in both New York and India, she brings a true global perspective to her work. What a great person. Wow. Please help me congratulate and welcome Ms. G.Mathai to the stage with a very loud round of applause.
For this award and to Suresh for nominating me for this award. In fact, I think I'll take this opportunity to put in a plug for TIE New Jersey, which is a non-profit that Nandini here, you'll hear from Nandini next. Suresh was the president before me and I'm currently the president. So it's a non-profit that works on promoting entrepreneurship, right? And the focus is entrepreneurship in the South Asian community. So that's how we got to know each other and look where it brought me, right? So thank you once again. I would also like to thank my parents, Avarakshan and Prema Mantritil, who were kind enough to drive 3 hours with me and get to Long Island today. Without them, I'm nothing, so thank you. Also my baby cousin, Sarah Joseph Kurian. She's not a baby anymore, she's actually the deputy director of, I don't know, she keeps getting promoted. So she is, I think, probably the chief operating officer or something like that at New York City Health and Hospitals. And she's also here tonight in support. So thank you, Sarah, for coming all the way. And I would say, I think echoing what some of the other awardees said, this award is not really a finish line. It's really a nudge to do more, right? And as a Malayali woman and attorney, I pledge to do more to promote access to justice, especially for new immigrants in this country. So that's the pledge I'll be taking tonight. So, we Malayali women are blessed because we have so many role models in our community, right? When I think about my mom, my aunts, my grandmothers, they were all pioneers, like they were all, working outside the home. You have this visual of the Malayali woman going to work with her umbrella, right? So we have such really strong, good, strong models in our life. And I want to dedicate tonight's award to my grandmothers. Both of them, they led a life of exemplary service and love. And so it is my privilege to be able to dedicate tonight's award to them. And with that, Nani, I wish you all a great evening. Okay. The last award is in leadership and education, and to present the award, I'm going to invite Stephen Illico, who is a Kerala Center member and also a New York City school teacher, to introduce our recipient.
Dr. Menon, I go to you covered, okay? I spent a lot of time watching some of your videos last night. I want to rewrite my lesson plans for next week. So actually I wanted to do this in the beginning. My brother-in-law kept me to the last, probably you as well. Don't worry, we got it covered. Now, I cut down a few things. Anyway, Kerala Center family. Dr. Menon is a lifelong learner, an accomplished textile engineer. I think it's a secret. I just heard from her videos. Who later earned her doctorate in education. She is the founder and chief executive officer of Cedar Hill Preparatory School. It is so amazing that while a lot of private schools are closing. Both of my children went to private schools. They became doctors, but the school is closed today. But your school is thriving. Congratulations. And that school is a blue ribbon school since 2017, serving 270 students representing more than 23 countries. She has been recognized among New Jersey's Innovative 100, stands as an education innovator, and serves on the board of New Jersey Academy of Sciences. By the way, I saw so many people from New Jersey today receiving award, particularly in the coming category. Listen to this. Her leadership extends beyond the classroom. She is active in the Indian American Women Entrepreneur Association, serves as co-chair of TIE New Jersey Next Generation. You heard that for too many. Please put their hands together for Dr. and everybody. And Dr. Menon, after hearing your innovative ideas and dedication to education, I am convinced that your message resonates with the governmental leaders, public and private schools, educators, parents, and most importantly, present and future students. Your contributions to our society make all of us, especially the Indian American community, incredibly proud. Personally, I have known only one profession, teaching, but after learning from you, I find myself inspired to begin again, to strive to become a true educator. Family, put your hand together for welcoming and congratulating Dr. Nandini Ambat Menon. Thank you.
Many times, previously in 2012 when my husband Dr. Raju Menon was felicitated. Today I'm amongst people who have known me for a long time, people who have supported me, and so this is a very humble thank you for being part of this ecosystem and this village. Thank you Kerala Center for this recognition. 22 years back, when we germinated the seed for an educational institution, we never fathomed the growth, impact, and goodwill it created. I cannot tell you what started as a desire to provide a curated educational program that combined best practices of the East and the West. So there I'm going to quote Suresh and talk about civilizational intelligence. My grandfather, from my father's side, was the inspector of schools in the 1800s.
Wow.
Let's compare that to the United States. So many times, what I want all of you to think about is, don't look at yourself as less. We had a phenomenal education. Raghu and I came to this country and we benefited from the educational system here. And what hit us when our little son started school was it was not like what we had. And we were quite terrified that he wouldn't have the foundation that we both had. And that's what got us to start that. And then in 2017, we were the youngest school to get the National Blue Ribbon Award for exceptionally high-performing students and being the top 20% in the country. Today, all our students attend the top 50 colleges in our country. And this dream was possible due to the indulgence and support of my husband Raghu, because anybody who knows me knows that I have a million ideas a day, and I'm so glad that he indulges in them and therefore allows dreams to happen. And also for a very accommodating child who was so easy to raise, Roshan, who is in Boston. We also had some key pillars of support. A key person who actually gave us the green signal to start this business was Sugu, T. Sukumaran. Sugu and Raghu sat together and they were looking at the business model, and I was sweating bullets because I thought they're going to tell me this is not going to be a viable business. And they really made me stew. They sat quietly for 5 minutes and I was like, oh my God, they're going to shoot it down. And then they said, what are you waiting for? Go for it. And that was how we started. So Sugu, for always being on our back. Asha Patni, you've been through this journey with us. And Dilip, Mr. Dilip Verghese. When I went to get advice from Dilip, it's because Raghu and I wanted to now make a bigger impact. So we had embarked on buying this 9-acre campus and building, and I had no clue about construction. So one of my dear friends, Rekha Menon, and actually Sugu, said, why don't you speak to Sridhar Menon and Dilip Verghese? And I really didn't know them. And then what happened is, I had my PowerPoint presentation and I go to Dilip's office. And then he asked me, Kuti Trishur Nana? I said, Trishur Nana. My grandparents lived there even though I didn't grow there. So luckily he could vouch for the legitimacy of me and my family. And before the end of it, he wholeheartedly said, Pinna Kuti, we will all join and we can do it together. So 18 years since, I'm grateful, Dilip, for you and Kunjumo Chechi for being in our lives, and for Kunjumo Chechi for also being such a steadfast supporter. And then to my larger family, my Thai family. I absolutely love being part of this community. Together, we help young entrepreneurs dream. We allow you, we nurture you, and help you set up your businesses. And our big brother there is none other than Suresh. So, oh brother, you have been a great president, and I've enjoyed working with you. And now, for the first female president of Thai, that's Dia for us. We are also a community, and it's just been fabulous working with all of them. And the bigger message for all of you and for all the youngsters here, dream. Don't let obstacles come in your way. And we are building an ecosystem, a community. Kerala Center, now we're going to get you involved with Thai, so that then if there are young entrepreneurs amongst the Keralites here, let us support you, because that's how we empower individuals, that's how we empower communities, and when we are an empowered community, we are a formidable community. And the best ticket for that is education. Thank you, everybody.
Dilip Verghese. And he was a very instrumental part in your journey, it sounds like. But he was also a very instrumental part in the Kerala Center's journey. I think I would like you to please come up on stage, Dilip Verghese. Can you please join me? I think our awardee Koshi, Mr. Koshi had said, who knows where we were 33 years ago? And I have to say, I know where I was 33 years ago, because I was a little 10-year-old girl that was watching my father trying to build a dream, not one that was selfish for himself, but one that he wanted to see for the community, one that he wanted to see live on.
No, not worry about it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dilip. Happy birthday to you. Now you can say a few.
Cake is coming. First of all, thank you for inviting me for this today's function. ഞാൻ ഈ കേരള സെൻറ്റർ തുടങ്ങിയ കാലം almost 33 years I am with Kerala Center. I'm still continuing. Wishing all the best. I will have your support. My support will be with Kerala Center rest of my life. Thank you.
Thank you, Dilip. I know you told me that you have reduced your business activity but you are still supporting many businesses, entrepreneurs, as well as many of the non-profit community groups. Thank you.
ഞാനിവിടെ നിൽക്കുന്നതിൻ്റെ മെയിൻ ഉദ്ദേശം നമ്മുടെ ഈ കേരള സെൻറ്ററിൻ്റെ 33ാമത്തെ ഈ അവാർഡിനായിട്ട് 2021 ഞാനും ഒരു അവാർഡിയായിട്ട് ഇവിടെ നിന്ന ആളാണ്. അത് വളരെ അഭിമാനത്തോടു കൂടി ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളോട് പറയുകയാണ്. ഇന്ന് ഞാൻ അവിടെ രജിസ്ട്രേഷനിലിരുന്ന് ഓരോരുത്തരുടെയും കണക്കുകളും കാര്യങ്ങളും ഒക്കെ നോക്കുകയായിരുന്നു. കാരണം ഞാനും ഒരു എക്സിക്യൂട്ടീവ് കമ്മിറ്റി മെമ്പറാണ് ഈ കേരള സെൻറ്ററിൽ. ആദ്യം തന്നെ ഞാൻ ഈ കേരള സെൻറ്ററിൻ്റെ പ്രസിഡൻറ്റിനും അതുപോലെ തന്നെ എല്ലാ കമ്മിറ്റി അംഗങ്ങൾക്കും എൻ്റെ ഹൃദയം നിറഞ്ഞ നന്ദി ഞാൻ അർപ്പിക്കട്ടെ. ആദ്യം തന്നെ എല്ലാ ഇൻവൈറ്റഡ് ഗസ്റ്റിനെയും ഞാൻ ഇന്നത്തെ ദിവസം ഈ അവാർഡ് നൈറ്റിന് വന്നതിനും പാർട്ടിസിപ്പേറ്റ് ചെയ്തതിനും എല്ലാം വളരെ സന്തോഷത്തോടു കൂടി എല്ലാവർക്കും നന്ദി പറയുകയാണ്. പൈനിയർ ക്ലബ്ബ്, സർഗവേദി, അങ്ങനെയുള്ള കുറെ സംഗതികളുണ്ട്. ഞാൻ 2 കൂട്ടരുടെ മാത്രം പേര് പറഞ്ഞതേ ഉള്ളൂ. കാരണം അവർ കൂടുതൽ ആളുകൾ ഞാൻ കണ്ടു. അതുകൊണ്ട് അവർക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും ഇന്നിവിടെ വന്നതിനും ഇതിൽ സംബന്ധിച്ചതിനും എല്ലാവർക്കും ആത്മാർത്ഥമായിട്ട് നന്ദി പറയുന്നു. പിന്നെ ഇന്ത്യൻ നഴ്സസ് അസോസിയേഷൻ്റെ പാസ്റ്റ് പ്രസിഡന്റുമാരും ഇൻക്ലൂഡിങ് മീ, അതുപോലെ വേറെ എനിക്ക് ശേഷം വന്ന പ്രസിഡന്റുമാർ, എനിക്ക് മുമ്പുണ്ടായിരുന്ന പ്രസിഡന്റുമാർ, ഇവരെല്ലാം വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. ഇന്നിവിടെ വന്നതിൽ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ ഇന്ത്യൻ നഴ്സസ് അസോസിയേഷൻ്റെ മെമ്പേഴ്സാണ് എന്ന് ഞാൻ അഭിമാനപൂർവ്വം പറയുകയാണ്. അതുപോലെ എല്ലാവർക്കും ഞാനൊരു നന്ദി പറയുകയാണ്. അതുപോലെ എൻ്റെ കൂടുതൽ ഞാൻ ജോലി ചെയ്തിരുന്ന ഹോസ്പിറ്റലിൽ 28 വർഷം എൻ്റെ കൂടെ ജോലി ചെയ്തിരുന്ന ഒരു ഡോക്ടർ ഇന്നിവിടെ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. അദ്ദേഹം ഈ ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷൻ്റെ ഒരു ബോർഡ് മെമ്പറാണ്. അദ്ദേഹത്തിനും പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് നന്ദി. ഡോക്ടർ ഉണ്ണി മൂപ്പൻ പുള്ളി ഇരുന്ന് സംസാരിക്കുന്നവർ. പിന്നെ എനിക്ക് ഇന്ന് പറയാതിരിക്കാൻ പറ്റത്തില്ല, ഇവിടെ കുറേ സ്പോൺസേഴ്സ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അവർക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും ഹൃദയത്തിൻ്റെ ഭാഷയിൽ ഞാൻ നന്ദി പറയുന്നു. സ്പോൺസേഴ്സ് ഇല്ലാതെ ഒരു പരിപാടിയും നടക്കുകയില്ല എന്നുള്ളത് എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാവുന്നതാണ്. ഓരോ ഈവൻറ്റുകളും നമ്മൾ കണ്ടക്ട് ചെയ്യുമ്പം നമുക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും അറിയാവുന്ന ഒരു കാര്യമാണ്. പിന്നെ നമ്മുടെ ബോർഡ് ഓഫ് ട്രസ്റ്റി ചെയർമാൻ, ഞങ്ങളുടെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ ആൾ ഇവിടെ ഡോക്ടർ തോമസ് എബ്രഹാം ഇവിടെ ഇരിപ്പുണ്ട്. അദ്ദേഹം തുടക്കത്തിൽ മുതൽ തീരുന്നത് വരേക്കും ഇരുന്ന് ഈ പരിപാടിയിൽ പങ്കെടുക്കാനായിട്ട് ഞങ്ങളുടെ കൂടെ നിന്നതിന് വളരെ വളരെയധികം സന്തോഷം, നന്ദി. പിന്നെ എല്ലാ അവാർഡീസിനും ഇന്ന് ഇവിടെ ഒരാൾ വന്നില്ല, അത് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് വലിയ വിഷമമുണ്ട്. പക്ഷേ ബാക്കിയുള്ള വന്നവർക്കെല്ലാവർക്കും ഞങ്ങളുടെ ആത്മാർത്ഥമായ നന്ദി അറിയിക്കട്ടെ. പിന്നെ 3 മണി മുതൽ ഇവിടെ ഡ്രസ്സ് ചെയ്ത് നിന്നിരുന്ന നൂപ്പുര സ്കൂൾ ഓഫ് ഡാൻസിൻ്റെ കുട്ടികളുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഒടുവിൽ ടീച്ചർ എന്നെ അടിക്കാൻ വന്നു. അതിന് ഞാൻ ഒരു കണക്കിന് അവിടുന്ന് രക്ഷപ്പെട്ടു എന്നുള്ളത് ഞാൻ നിങ്ങളെ സന്തോഷത്തോടെ അറിയിക്കട്ടെ. ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ ആ ടീച്ചർ എന്നെ ഇപ്പോൾ ആ കുട്ടികൾ ഇവിടെ കളിപ്പിച്ചില്ലെങ്കിൽ എന്നെ അടിക്കാൻ വന്നതായിരുന്നു. ടീച്ചറെ നന്ദി. ടീച്ചർ കേട്ടില്ല. ഇവിടെ ഇന്ന് ഒരു സൊവനീർ കമ്മിറ്റി ഒരു സൊവനീർ റിലീസ് ചെയ്തായിരുന്നു. അത് അത്ര എളുപ്പമുള്ള സംഗതിയല്ല. ഈ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ മിസ്റ്റർ ജോസ് ചെരിപ്പുറം എന്ന് പറയുന്ന അദ്ദേഹം അതിൻ്റെ ചെയർമാനായിട്ട് അതിൻ്റെ ഉത്തരവാദിത്തമൊക്കെ ഏറ്റെടുത്ത് ഞങ്ങൾ ഒരുപാട് പേര് പരിശ്രമിച്ച് ഉണ്ടാക്കിയതാണ്. ഇവിടെ ഒരു സെക്കൻഡിൽ ആ പുസ്തകം റിലീസ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ കാണാൻ വളരെ സന്തോഷമാണ്. പക്ഷേ ആ ഒരു പുസ്തകം എങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു എന്ന് ഏത് ഈവൻറ്റിലും നിങ്ങൾ ചിന്തിക്കേണ്ടതാണ്. നിങ്ങൾ ഭക്ഷണം കഴിച്ചോ, അതിന് കുഴപ്പമില്ല കേട്ടോ. കഴിച്ചോ, കൈ അടിച്ചില്ലെങ്കിലും കുഴപ്പമില്ല. താങ്ക് യു. ടീച്ചറിൻ്റെ കുട്ടികളെല്ലാം ഭക്ഷണം കഴിച്ചിട്ട് പോകണം. അവരുടെ പാരൻസും അവർക്കെല്ലാം എന്നോട് ദേഷ്യം വന്നിരിക്കുകയാണെന്ന് എനിക്കറിയാം. എന്നാലും എല്ലാവർക്കും നന്ദിയുടെ പൂച്ചെണ്ടുകൾ. ടീച്ചർ ഒടുവിൽ എന്നോട് പറഞ്ഞു, ഞാൻ കൊച്ചുങ്ങളെ വിളിച്ചോണ്ട് പോകും, എൻ്റെ കൊച്ചുങ്ങളെ ഇപ്പം കളിപ്പിച്ചില്ലെങ്കിരുന്നു കേട്ടോ. ടീച്ചർ കേൾക്കാത്ത പോലെ പോകും. ഓക്കെ, സന്തോഷം. പിന്നെ ഇനി എനിക്ക് പറയാനുള്ളത്, ഇവിടെ ഇന്ന് പല വീഡിയോയും ഓഡിയോയും എല്ലാം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഒന്നല്ല പലതുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അതുകൊണ്ട് ഇവർക്കെല്ലാവർക്കും ഞങ്ങളുടെ കേരള സെൻറ്ററിൽ നിന്നുള്ള എല്ലാ വിധത്തിലുള്ള നന്ദി അറിയിക്കട്ടെ. പിന്നെ ഏത് പരിപാടിക്കും ഓഡിയൻസ് ഇല്ലാതെ കാര്യങ്ങൾ നടക്കുകയില്ല. അതുകൊണ്ട് നിങ്ങളിവിടെ ഇതിനകത്ത് പാർട്ടിസിപ്പേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ വന്ന എല്ലാവർക്കും ഞങ്ങളുടെ ആത്മാർത്ഥമായ നന്ദി.
கொடியேந்தி மகிழ்ந்தமர்ந்தவன் மறையோதும் அடியாரை மனதேந்தி உகந்தருள்பவன் மலரால் கவிழால் மகளால் மகந்திருந்தவன் கைதேறி விளையாடி திருபாரதவன் உயர்ந்தவன் மலையார தமிழ்சேவ கொடியேந்தி மகிழ்ந்தமர்ந்தவன் மறையோதும் அடியாரை மனதேந்தி உகந்தருள்பவன் எரிக்கும் நெருப்பின் பொறியன உதித்தவன் நீ அவற்றும் மழைத்தேன் மல்லியை மணந்தவன் நீ வியக்கும் விதத்தில் சூரனை அழித்தவன் நீ படைத்தால் நினைத்தால் பிணையதால் கொள்பவன் நீ எரிக்கும் நெருப்பின் பொறியன உதித்தவன் நீ அவற்றும் மழைத்தேன் மல்லியை மணந்தவன் நீ வியக்கும் விதத்தில் சூரனை அழித்தவன் நீ படைத்தால் நினைத்தால் Tita തദ്ദന്നാ തന്നത്ത ജണ്ണു ജണ്ണു തദ്ദിമ്മി ദിമ്മി തകടി തകടിനതും തദ്ദന്നാ തന്ന തദ്ദി തകടിനതും തജ്ജണ്ണു ജണ്ണു തകടി തകടിനതും തദ്ദി തകടിനതും തകടി
സുമുഹൂർത്തമാ സ്വസ്തി 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 സൂര്യചന്ദ്രന്മാർക്കിരിപ്പിടമാകുമെൻ രാമസാമ്രാജ്യമേ ദേവകളെ മാമുനിമാരെ സ്നേഹതാരങ്ങളെ സ്വപ്നങ്ങളെ പൂക്കളെ നിലയാകുമീ വേളയിൽ സ്വസ്തി 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 सुमुहूर्तमा स्वस्ति स्वस्ति स्वस्ति
भगवन्तं गणपतिमतिवरदं वरदन्ती मुखं सुमुखं सादर में करदं विपरुगधौतं धौतमलं शमलं शमलं वितमपि ददतं हतपापी शमलम् गणदैवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणातीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि